Aha, the girl who she did not want me to put her arm around me. So I backed off. She wanted to see me a little bit later. She said, I heard your lecture on forgiveness. She said, I realised that I had to forgive my father. She said, he didn't want children. They were Catholics. They weren't allowed to go on the pill. So 5 came in 5 years. She said, he would beat me and then he would rape me. And I heard my mother run down the corridor and lock herself in the bedroom. So you know what she found she had to forgive? She had to forgive her father, and she had to forgive her mother for not protecting her. And she also had to forgive herself because she felt she'd done something wrong for that to happen to her. So we had a whole lot of forgivenesses that to happen there. And in our first consultation, when I said to her, I'm so sorry to hear that, but there is an answer, she said, don't talk to me about God. So of course I'm not. I'm not. After she heard the lecture on forgiveness, after she'd felt the tender touch of the massage therapists and how they prayed for her, after she'd seen the staff working in and around her, you've seen it this week in these staff, her heart was melted. It was melted. She'd had a very, very difficult association with a church group at one stage who did not want her in their church because of what had happened to her. Ooh, that hurt to hear that. But she saw something different. Was it the shout of a king? Was it the shout of the king that she saw? You see, we are God's representatives, and we are to represent him. The only way we can do that is if we're totally empty of ourselves. So she came, and she broke down, and I said, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry what happened. The Bible says that God cries when we cry. And I showed her Luke 17, chapter 1, where the Bible says it's impossible, but these offences will happen. But woe to him by whom they come. It would be better that a millstone be hung around his neck, him thrown into the deepest sea, than him touch one of my little ones. I said, you are one of God's little ones. That's how God sees it. And the reason it happens is because God gave mankind choice. And some will choose wrong. And one guy said, well, if I was the man up top, I'd mow them all down with a machine gun. And his wife said, and what good would that do? Then the next lot would come along. It's a heart problem. And if God comes along with a machine gun, now he's taken away choice.